just I will quickly walk you through the business partner and standing instruction. So, like what we have covered so far, and I'm going to add some more in details about the bank payments. So in the business partner and overall for the treasury module, if you look at the overall business partner master data, then we know, like when I create the business partner, so we create, or you can say assign the general role, right? And then once business partner has been created, we assign role of counterparty and update the company code data. And in the company code data, like you would be able to maintain all the details, what is available in normal vendor customer company code data. But in addition, in treasury module, we have this 4 very important tabs. Like one is the transaction authorization, second is the payment details, third is the correspondence, and fourth is the derived flow, right? So in the business partner, if I go to the business partner, so this is the business partner we had created. If I select counterparty role and go to the company code, you can see here, like we have this 4 tabs: payment details, correspondence, authorization, and derived flow. So, we had covered the authorization part. So here we control the type of product which a particular business partner is authorized. So here you can control product wise, even transaction wise, or you can control at the, transaction manager, money market or foreign currency, whatever, transaction manager product category is there, that level you can maintain. So this is one important information. Then derived flow. So this is we use to, auto calculate the TDS. Normally we use this derived flow for the purpose of calculating the withholding tax, but it is not always, withholding tax. If you want to automate or automatically post any kind of, what I can say, flow which is dependent on the position. So suppose if I always pay 10%, brokerage on particular transaction, so sometime you can use this derived flow. But like here, the challenge would be, it will be applicable for particular business partner. So that's why, TDS, withholding tax, is applicable for the business partner. So we use this derived flow for the business partner. Correspondence we have not yet covered. Now coming to the payment details. So payment details, because like I did the bank configuration, so let me delete this. So what happens, I'll tell you the payment details. So in this material, like you will find in the our training link, material link. So here you have all the details, like how you can do the assignment of authorization, then payment, derived flow, okay, and standing instruction. So I'm going to cover this standing instruction. So here you can see, like we can maintain the bank details, and we can do the assignment, default assignment for the outgoing and incoming payments. Okay. So overall flow is, I'll tell you, for the payment, what happens? For any business partner, you have 2 type of bank information. One is you maintain the, payment details, bank details in the general data tab. Here you maintain bank account details of the business partner. It means like if you do any automatic transfer, so the bank details which you have updated here, it will get used for the payment. Then in the um, company code data, in the payment details tab, you maintain bank details for incoming and outgoing payment. Okay, it means like suppose I have a fixed deposit or I have a low borrowing. Suppose if I say like when I'm creating a fixed deposit, when I will transfer the fund to the bank, okay, the transfer should happen from my outgoing account. Okay, and when so this is for the creation of fixed deposit, and when the FD gets matured, the payment should get received in the incoming account. Okay, so in this transaction here, payment details, I can default the bank account. Okay, so that when I will create the deal, automatically whatever bank details I have maintained here, it can be automatically defaulted in the deal. What I mean to say, like suppose this is my business partner. Okay, here FTR underscore edit 551. We have done one transaction. So if you look at this deal, in the payment details, you can see this is blank. And since this is a blank, I'm doing all the accounting entry. Like if you see the cash flow, like here, from here I can go to the display document. So here you can see like my bank account. This GL account I have defaulted in the configuration. So I'll show you this configuration. And when we had done this configuration, I had said like we will do the bank setting later. If I go to, you can see here in the position 3, I have defaulted this GL account. Okay, that's why my receipt and payment is happening on the main bank account, but this is not the right configuration. Actually, the payment, if it is outgoing, then it should go to the outgoing GL account, and if it is a incoming, it should come to the incoming account. So this is the process it should be. So now let's do this configuration. Like we will create one loan transaction, and here we will try to post incoming and outgoing in the respective GL account. Okay, so let's try that. What we have to do, I'll just explain you. Like first is like here in the business partner, so option number 1, you can default payment details here. If not, you can maintain the payment details in this tab. Okay, and before that we need to do this configuration of masking here. So let's do this. Now if I have to do this masking, what we have to do? Okay, so let's go to the KDS. In this KDS, you see like here in this position, I'm saying when I'm doing the borrowing, here I'm saying like my bank account will get debit and position will get credit. Okay, now if I want to post my incoming in incoming GL account, then I need to do the respective setting. What setting I have to do? Here, first I need to create the account symbol. So if you see, like here, I have a bank clearing account. So ideally, you should create two account symbol. First one, I'm saying 3.2. This is payment bank incoming. Okay. And this one, 3 point, I'm saying bank outgoing. So you need to create two account symbol. This is the step number 1. Second step, in the posting a specification, I have this posting a specification 11200. Okay. So I'll go to this 11200. Here you can see, like I have assigned 3. So here my account symbol should be 3.2. Okay. Likewise, my interest payment and this one, borrowing decrease or final repayment. Okay. If I'm doing the repayment, so here this is 3.2 and this one, this is outgoing payment. So this will be 3.1. 3.1. So change this to 3.1. Outgoing. And what is the next? 3.1. Okay. And in the GL account assignment, what we have to do here, just you copy this, and for the 3.1, you can say masking rule plus 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 is 0, 2, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 1, and copy this, and you say posting symbol 2, and here it will be 2. So here we have assigned the masking rule. Now, when I'll create the deal, first let's do all this assignment in the deal. This is the, sorry, this is the here. Let's create one deal. Equal to, and here, like if you want to give the date, then you can say here equal to, and here if you know, like this loan is for some, like I'm saying this loan is for 1000 days, so you can give plus 1000, it will take automatic date like this. And here I'm saying interest is 10% and it is monthly. Final repayment, I'm not updating. Now in the payment details, very simple how we should maintain the payment details. So you can see, like you have indicator positive means incoming, and here you have outgoing. So now what you can do, direction you can give inflow, and direction you can go give inflow. And currency we know, like this loan is in USD, so it will be in USD. Okay. And then if you want to restrict any payment through flow type, then you can give here flow type. But like for all the incoming and outgoing, you have this default bank, then no need to give here a flow type. So currently I'm updating for overall level. So this is my house bank, this is my bank account ID, and here this is my house bank, this is my bank account ID. So now here you can see I have updated the bank account details. Now, as per the GL account, what we have given here, system should post. Let's see like how it is happening or not. So this is the deal created, edit, settle. I'll go to TBB one. And one. It is not happening. Just a minute. GL account. Ten 22. Just a minute. I'll delete this one. Let us see how it is happening now. So you can see here, automatically bank system has taken this incoming account, Citibank receipt account, right? Because here I have given this incoming account, right? So this is the way we can default this. This document has been posted. So you can see now borrowing has updated Citibank receipt account. Okay. Now next step is when I'm doing the payment of my interest. So FTR underscore edit. So 9th February. So go back 9th February test run. So now you can see interest on term loan and Citibank payment account. So this is the way like you can do this setting. Now I'll explain when you should have this kind of settings where I'm updating the payment and receipt account. When you should do this kind of settings, because it is very, very important to understand the scenarios where this kind of setting will be applicable. So, normally what happens, like if you have loan, if you have a loan transaction, means borrowing, the payment. So whenever you have the bank borrowing transaction, the payment, either it is receipt or outgoing. Bank sets the standing instruction. Okay. It means like if you have taken a loan, so if your loan has been approved, after approval, bank will, transfer the loan amount in your bank current account or wherever you want to transfer this fund based on your request. You have to send one letter like, yes, this loan account, bank should transfer in this particular account. So once you confirm, bank will transfer loan in that bank account, and bank will generate one schedule of payment for the interest as well as your loan principal installment, and automatically they will debit your bank account on the agreed date. So that's why for all the bank related transaction, whether it is a loan, fixed deposit, normally we don't generate payment details or payment request or what you can say payment file from SAP system. So it happens automatically. So that's why if that is the case, here automatically I can post this transaction on the agreed date, because I know like all the installment bank will charge automatically. Okay. But like suppose if you have to pay to some other partners, business partners, for the intercompany loan or loan with some XYZ others, in that case, you have to process this payment. So you can't directly post this incoming or outgoing accounts. For that, there will be a different process. So hope this is clear, right? Now coming to the, so suppose like here in the deal, I don't want to update all these payment details. Actually, it should come automatically from the business partner. Then you can default all these payment details in the business partner field. So suppose if I say USD, in currency tab, you can maintain USD, and here you can say for the payment ID details. So payment ID details, you can say one is for incoming and one is for outgoing, and here you can maintain the house bank. This is done. After this step is a bit tricky. So in the slide, if you go to this slide, here all these steps has been given. You can see here like what steps I'm going to do in the payment details. Here I have updated this detail, step number 1. Step number 2, I'm going to do the assignment. So how does this assignment happen? So you select the respective line. So I have selected this incoming. Okay. And then you can see assign. Assign. Okay. In the assignment, you have selection for the outgoing and selection for the incoming. Okay. Now, if you want to do this default instruction for all incoming, so just you select this interest rate instrument and you can say select this. So you can see in the payment details incoming, here plus has been updated. It means here the payment incoming will get updated in this bank account. Okay. Then this is second outgoing. Once again, I will go to the assignment, money market, interest rate instrument, and I will select this outgoing line. So here you can see this negative has been updated. This is done, and just save this. This is saved. Okay. Now let us see it is getting updated or not. So we will create one deal here. Getting updated. So here the assignment is not happening. To check why this is not working. Here, if I do this assignment and after the assignment, like it is getting vanished, because this is the setup. So if you do this setting here, it should get defaulted in the payment. But why it is not happening, I need to check. I will check this. Okay. So this is about the payment. So if you default here, then automatically the payment details will be updated. No need to update when you create the deal. So I need to check like why it is not happening. I will check that. Okay. Now, if it is clear, then we can start this bank setup. Is one masking is done. Now, like in for the fixed deposit, we had covered the accrual deferral, that is month end provision. So we had done the reset method. Okay. So for the accrual deferral, you have two methods. Already I had explained this. One is called reset method, wherein the provision amount, whatever you post at the month end, that gets reversed in the next month, day one. Okay. So provision of interest at the month end and reversal next month, day one. And we have one differential method, wherein provision of interest at the month end or differential amount. So here no reversal. So it depends like how client would like to do the transaction. Based on that, you can do this. Okay. So let us see like how we do this accrual deferral. I'll explain once again. So steps are the step number one. First, you need to identify for which flow type I want an accrual deferral. Okay. So if you see this loan transaction, then I have only this two flow. One is nominal interest and second is the processing fee, where I can do this accrual deferral. So suppose if I'm going to do this accrual deferral for nominal interest. Okay. So for this nominal interest flow type, you first check whether this accrual deferral is active or not active. So we will go to the flow type. flow type 1200, and here just check accrual deferral is active or not. This is step number 1. If it is active, then you can do this accrual deferral configuration. Now, steps for the configuration of accrual deferral. Here you have 3 steps. Step number 1, like you need to create the update type, but normally the standard update types are available, no need to create. If you want to do this configuration for as a reset method, assign update type for the accrual deferral, here I need to go. And we had done for product type 511. If you see, like what we had done last time, for the fixed deposit, this was the flow type, and we had used the reset method, and here these are the update type against which we had done the account determination. Okay, and here if you want to use this differential method, then I need to use the flow type here. So what I'm going to do, I will, I can copy this, and here I'll say 551, copy all, save this, and here you can copy this entry, and here 1200 negative. So you can see the update type MM1200 negative. So I have updated here, and I'll use the differential procedure. And then,
hey, you know, ZaranTech now offers SAP corporate training. That's right. Train your workforce in SAP with our comprehensive program. We offer customized courses, certified trainers, and hands-on labs for both individuals and businesses. Our standout features: bespoke training, fully configured servers for practice, in-house materials, and a dedicated LMS. Plus, get session recordings and 24/7 support. From functional to technical modules, we have got it all. Choose ZaranTech for SAP training and watch your team excel. Learn, upskill, succeed with ZaranTech.
accrual deferral for differential procedure. It is there. We are not able to see this. Let us. So easy way to find this standard update type. What I'm going to do, I'll go to the general setting, then I'll go to the accounting, link to other accounting, and let's see, like indicate update type for the relevant for posting. So you can see here accrual differential method. Okay, so this is for the revenue and this is for the expenses, so I can use this. So I can use this one, AD 100. So maybe like one step is missing here. You go to the here. Product group. OTC, accounting code not required. Valuation area, I can maintain 001. Some problem is there. Let me see. So here for the accrual deferral, this is the 6. Okay. So let us go to the table view, and here usage I will filter 6. So maybe like here all the entries are not made. So let me update this. Accrual deferral AD 1004. Maybe this is the problem. Offset, I can say AD1. I maintain, so it has come. So sometimes, like you need to maintain all these transactions as well. It means like here, this server is not, you know, installed properly for all the standard best practice content. So 6, 5, this is 5. Can you see this? Yes, this is 5. Okay. For the time, like this is done. Now let's see. So once you have completed this, the step would be with this and update in our accrual deferral pencil method. And then we should go to the account determination. Account determination. Sorry. Here, for this update type, you just check the posting specification. So just update the posting specification here 17500. And what's the description here? Expenses to other payable. Okay. Now, if you see accounting entry, as we have noted, for the provision, it was interest on term loan and provision for interest. Let us see GL account we have created. So yes, GL account provision for interest. This is the GL account. Okay. Now for this posting specification, check the account symbols. Now most important part is, so when you check the account symbol, you need to check here for interest. Like here I have given 413. You can see here we have given 413. It means my 413 only should get debit here, and for the other credit 531 it is. So I can use this 5.3.1. But like my interest account should get debited, and interest account I am debiting through 413. So you have to make sure it is the same account symbol. But like here you can see what is the account symbol 413. So I am good. You can see 413 and 531. Now coming to the, so here I will say TR document type, and then assignment of GL account. So for the assignment of GL account, we can use any one, and you can see I have 513 here, 5510. This is right, 5510, and GL account is this. So you can see here we have done the assignment of provision for interest for this account symbol. So this is done. Now let us see our transaction deal for which we want to, so I'll create one small example. So here I'll say this interest capitalization in every 3 months. So you can see like how this interest provision is happening every month to month. And here payment details, I'll say plus minus USD, and this is the setting. And if you see the cash flow, then my borrowing date is 9th January. The next interest payment will be on the 9th April. So we have 3 month time to do this provision. And then in differential, the reversal doesn't happen. So every month you will see like how interest is getting accumulated. So here we will settle this transaction. This is settled. And of what I'm going to do, I'll run the TBB one, accounting posting. So let us see. Bank receipt 2 million and term loan. Remove this one. Okay, so this is done. Go to FTR, edit, display. In the cash flow, you see like this is posted. Okay. Now, how we post this accrual deferral? So in accounting, so transaction code is TPM 44, but like I'll show you from the one menu path. So in the accounting, accrual deferral TPM 44. And here I'll give this number and date is first I will run for 31st Jan. Please run, let us see. So you can see amount is calculated or not. No, what is the problem? Update tab missing. Okay, offsetting flow. Yes, I thought so. So here in the accrual deferral, it's check this flow type here actually, offsetting flow type. So I can update as no accounting treatment, but system check this. Let us see. So like here, I don't know means why does it check, but accounting happens through this only, but here system check offsetting flow type as well. So you can see like on the 31st January, total interest up to 9th April is 24,657 USD. Up to 31st January for 23 days, 6,301.37. And accounting entry, interest on term loan and provision for interest. So this is the accounting entry that gets generated. And you can see it is not getting reversed. So remove test run, execute. This is done. If I execute for February, then like in the January end, 6,000 is already posted as an interest. So next month will be posted for the only for the February. So let us see. 2802. 2802. You will find now for the February another 13,000. So 6,000 has been posted in January, 13,000 in February. Likewise, now if you see the accounting entry, then accounting is happening for the 7,000 only. Okay. Then if you go to the next month, March, so you can see posting has happened for 7,000. Now if you go to the March, 22,000. So 6, 7, 13,000 was already posted. So now it will be 8,000 additional amount. So likewise, every month the differential amount will get posted. So it depends client to client. Okay. Whether they want to use the reset method or differential method, but you should know the both. Is it clear? Like how does differential method of accrual deferral works? So now accrual deferral is done. Now we can, discuss this variable interest rate. Okay. So I have explained what is variable interest rate. So this is the, where was that? You can see here. So rate of interest, it can be fixed or variable. So fixed interest rate already we have, um, configured. And here just one thing, like suppose my interest rate is getting changed, because like why I need to go for the variable interest rate. The reason is, if I have a fixed interest rate, so suppose I have 10% of interest rate, but after some time if interest rate is getting changed in 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 any condition, if interest rate is getting changed and I have a lot of deals created in SAP system, then it will be very difficult to update the revised interest rate in all the deals. So suppose if I'm using the fixed interest rate and if it is getting changed, then how I can change that? That also we need to learn that. Okay. So let's see, like any of these deals. So let us go to the deal number 1. So here you can see I have this deal created wherein rate of interest is 10%. Okay. And here you can see the structure. Interest rate is 10%, right? And it is applicable from 9th January. Suppose for this particular deal, my interest rate from 1st April is getting changed. So from 1st April, my revised interest rate is 9%. Then how we can do this change of interest rate in the existing deal? So it is very simple. Like suppose if I need to change the interest rate in any of the existing deal, then I can, here update the deal number and I need to go to the change. In the change, if you go to the interest structure details, you can see here, like this is the my condition type 1200. It is applicable from 9th January. And from 1st April, now my new interest rate is getting effective. So what I can do here, I will go to the copy condition and I have to give the effective date. So from 1st April 2022, my rate of interest is getting changed. And now the new rate of interest is 9%. Okay. And here if you want to change some calculations date, then you can update the dates here. If you don't want, then no need to update. So I'm not doing any change here. Just I have given from the 1st April, my interest rate is getting changed, and go back and just save it. Now go to display cash flow. You can see here March float for interest, it is showing 10%. And here for April, up to 31st March, you have 10% applicable. And in case of from 1st April to 9th April, you can see 9% applicable. And from next month onward, it is 9%. So here we can change the rate of interest by changing the structure. But like it is very difficult. Like suppose you have 100, 200, borrowing deals in system. How you will change this? It is very difficult, right? So that's why normally we don't do that. Now coming to the solution, like how we can use some other mechanism where I can update rate of interest whenever it is getting changed from the background. Okay, so that's why we use the variable interest rate. And for the variable interest rate, there are configuration steps. Okay, so step number 1, these are the steps are very, very important. If you miss any steps, like it will be very difficult to understand where you are doing the mistake. So step number 1 in the financial supply chain management, treasury and risk management, if you go to the basic setting, if you remember, like when I had extended the company code, okay, here, when I had extended this company code in the treasury module, below, I had said like some of the information I will tell you later on, like where and how it is getting applicable. So you can see here setting for variable interest rate. Here you have 3-4 options. If you go through all these options, you can understand like what it is trying to say. So zero update means no update. Second, it is saying update with interest rate maintained automatically. So whenever you update the interest rate, system will automatically update interest rate in all the products. Second, it is saying update interest rate manually. So one option is you can say automatically update, or one it is saying manually update. What it means manual update? Manual update means like you need to execute some transaction to update this interest rate. So, like some of the companies, they say, even though I have updated the new interest rate in the masters, but unless I approve or unless I execute some of the transaction, it should not get replicated or get activated in all the product type. So they want to have a control. So you can say manual. And if you say automatically or manual, then you can use this, wherein you have both the controls. So depends on which type of control you want. You can update the setting here and update with the current interest rate. So here, whenever you update the reference interest rate, it will get updated automatically. Okay, how you want, you have to take a call. So normally what we used to do, if you want to have very automated process, then you can go for this, or you can go for this as well, or you can go for the fifth one. So currently let us see, like I'm using this automatically one. This is step number 1. Step number 2, like here, if you go to transaction management, basic setting, market data management, here you have master data, check reference interest rate. Okay, so here you can see the details. So you can see here we have this reference interest rate. So I'll copy this and I will say just RBI, or you can say bank wise, then Citibank. Just I have maintained here Citibank. Interest rate, Citibank reference interest, and applicable from 21. Currency I'm doing in USD. Okay, so I have created this. Now I don't think I need to maintain this. I don't think we have to maintain this. Okay, now I have done this. Okay, this setting. The next step would be financial supply chain management, treasury and risk management, transaction manager, money market. If you go to the environment, market data, you can see OB83. Okay. So here you need to maintain for your, let us see, Citibank, and I'm saying from 1st January 2022, rate of interest is 7%. Okay. So how you should create a deal? Let us see. Okay. So variable interest rate, I think one more adjustment, one more configuration steps we need to do. Interest rate adjustment. So let us see here. There will be one interest rate adjustment, 1210. Okay. So you need, if you see, like, currently if I go to create a deal, let us see this. Okay. So FTR underscore create. So if you try to create, so you can see here, I don't have option to, use this variable interest rate. Why? Reason is I have not used this condition. So condition is 1210. What I'm going to do here, we will, let us see in the standard product type, it is there, or it is there. You can see here. So 1210. So just copy this and say 551. That's all. If you do this setting, then in the FTR underscore create, you put this here and you can see here you have variable. Okay. So these are the steps you need to write somewhere. So what we have done so far, let us just update the configuration steps here. So step number 1, what we did, define company code additional data. So configuration steps. Step number 1, define.
What sets ZaranTech apart in SAP corporate training? It's our unique blend of expertise and innovation. We offer customized courses tailored to each client's needs, ensuring relevant, targeted learning. Our vast trainer database brings you wisdom from the best in the field. Need resources? Access our extensive training material repository anytime. We are all about measurable results, providing detailed student metrics to track progress. And we don't just teach, we build community. Join our thriving social media network, connecting learners beyond boundaries. With ZaranTech, you are not just training, you are transforming your SAP expertise.
Company code, additional data. You need to setting for variable interest rate. Okay, so setting for variable interest rate. So here you need to update the plan record update. Update plan record update. Okay. Then step number 2, you need to assign the condition. Okay. So assign condition 1210 to product type. So assignment of condition type 1210 to 551 product type. Third number, create reference interest rate. So here check reference interest rate. Okay, define reference interest rate. So create a reference interest rate. So these are the 3 steps as a configuration, and for the master data we OB83, then reference interest rate. So once you have done that, I'm going to show you how you should create the transaction. That is also very important. So consider this is for 2 million start date, and this is for suppose 1 year. And once you update this, here you select the variable. Once you have selected variable, here you have 2 field. Field number 1, you need to select Citibank, means 7% we have updated in the master. So if you look at this example, what I had said, like if you use this variable, then this portion 7% which is maintained in this master data, it will keep on changing. Okay, and then bank always charge a fixed rate. So suppose fixed rate is 3%. So whatever masters you have maintained in interest rate, that is one rate, and second is fixed 3%, that is the bank is adding on the like your central bank rate. So you update this. Method. So maybe here this is the here we need to extend this. So let's copy this. Monthly USD method will say actual 365 I can say ask or whatever bid. And what is this term? Anyway, I can maintain anything. Or USD can you? These are the standard one setting is there, but it is not very relevant. But yes, we need to update this. That is the problem. And standard answer. That's all. Let us see this. Now I'm saying this. And let's see. So you can see now interest rate is 10%, right? Because in the back end, we have maintained 7% and 3% fixed portion we have updated here. And payment details. Okay, now one very important configuration master data maintenance here. If you go to the detail here, just a minute, not here, condition. You need to go to the condition and go to the 1210. Double click here, and here interest rate at the start of the period and interest update. This is one setting for reference interest rate entry. I think this is the third is important. So here you need to maintain this interest rate adjustment as a for reference interest rate entry. Just a minute. And go to now. I think what I will do first, let us don't change this. Okay. So you will understand like what is the relevance of this setting. Okay. So we have created this deal and I'll settle this. Now what I'm going to do here, I will change this interest rate. So Citibank, I'm going to change this rate of interest from 1st March and it is now 6%. Just check whether my deal interest rate got changed or not. So let us go to change mode, cash flow. So if you see for the March also, it is 10% only, right? So it will not change automatically. So that's why if you go to the condition and here, if you change this one, it will get changed automatically. Let's see now. Can you see this? Now, if you see this 9%, 9%. Okay. Like there is very small settings here. You need to remember, write somewhere. Hmm? So this is one way, but to save this transaction. This is one way of doing this. Second option, like if you say here setting as a manual, in the company code additional data, if you say this manual, then what you have to do, there is one transaction code. So variable update plan record, TJ09, you need to run. Okay. And if you want to update one by one, then you can create interest rate adjustment here. So currently I'm not covering this because you will get confused. First, you do the practice, like you are able to use this automatic reference, variable interest rate functionality. Then like we can discuss this. It will be helpful for you. Okay. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So now, so far what we have done, we have completed, like in the money market, just go to the KDS. So we have completed fixed deposit, security deposit, facility, and term loan. So normally, like I cover this 4 product in the money market, and then I start the trade finance. I start the trade finance, but here what is getting left? If you see this in the money market, sorry. This is done. We had done once deposited notice as well, right? So you can see like we had covered fixed deposit, then deposit at notice. For the commercial paper, I had said like you can configure the way we have done for all these product, fixed deposit and security deposit. So at least you will understand like how this product works and how you should, um, take an initiative to do the configuration for the new product. Okay, because always it will not happen like you have done practice or you have worked on all the products. So I'll tell you my experience. If I go to any client side, they always have 2-3 different product or like same product, but like they do transaction differently. Okay, so you need to understand the accounting, and based on the uh, steps like product type, transaction type, flow type, update type, based on those standard steps, you can do the configuration. So that's why I had said like commercial paper, you can try by yourself. If you find any difficulty, I'll help you. Then cash flow transaction, this is nothing but, it's a same like interest rate instrument, but like here you can have liberty, like you can update your own flow types. So that's why like I cover the interest rate instrument. Okay. So this is done. And then we have covered the facility as well. So basically money market is completed. And we can start the trade finance. So let me see. This is the trade finance.